Oh. God, that's loud. Alrighty, my body. Ow. Alright, where's my coffee as well? With juice, boys, because today, boys, filled with allergies. I keep not taking my allergy pill every day because I'm like, stop it, it's too much. And then it comes back and I'm like, what? What happened? I need a better place to put my damn drink, man. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. No, I can't go there either. I guess I could have this in my lap, and then we'll put that. We could put it down. Forget it if it's there, dude. This is gonna spill on my electronics. That's no good. Okay, we already had that happen once. We are 2 minutes early. What is good, my people? Oh, I look so sweaty. Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, your boy finally is slightly, only slightly, in the positive. I have, I'm back into making some content. I've actually banked 2 videos. Yeah, I have my whiny cry fest video, which I have to upload to this channel whenever I get the balls. Because, yeah, don't ask. Then I got 2 videos for Tower Fantasy. If you guys didn't see already, there's a video on Tower Fantasy on Brothers GRINN. I still need to do enough stuff to make things feel like they are sequencing well. Like, I still feel like I'm in this place of like, I'm not really sure who exactly my audience is. I need to do more recon or research, but then simultaneously, I also want to like get after it. I want to like make sure I'm holding pace and making sure I'm not like just. It's called like content paralysis, essentially. It's where like you take a break for doing the thing that you've done for such a long time. But just because you have a break, it makes it almost feel like sludge again. You need to like rev back up into the swing of things, so you need to keep doing it. But also, I was grinding hard as hell in the paint when it comes to like doing this stuff, this research stuff, this book stuff. And then I'm getting to the point where like I'm starting to fatigue from just like going so hard for so long, where I kind of think I should take 1 day off and then I'll get back at it. But I'm also like, but then I feel kind of like, come on, idiot, kick your ass, let's go. But anyways, enough of me. Boldy says, I figured out my invite problem. What happened, Boldy? Let me hear about it. Maybe it's something I can help with. Other people want to join and play with us. We'll be like, what you doing? We do this, exit. Yeah, by the way, I had like a huge moment of clarity, Bolty. I thought maybe finally I was going to be able to change from Huaman to Man, because when I was making my rerolls, I accidentally misclicked and I just said, well, what would be the odds that this save file account would do well? It did. It did well, and I'm perma woman now. But anyways, I had the glowing idea where we could go to lobby and then choose a preset to import, and it'd be a dude, and then just somehow, some way, we would be able to basically build off of that, or even just like have to have one of you build me a dude character I want to rock, and then use the character. So we're going with Tokyo Ghoul Guy. If I hit copy, I thought, okay, now we can paste it, and now it doesn't let you do it. It doesn't let you do it because it's like you can't have fun. If I can import something, it clearly, come on. And I don't think there's no hope of me ever getting a dude character because they have like we kind of have a future perspective of what's probably gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna get it from this. Usually, like what I mean by that is like CN server, where we're getting everything that they got, and I don't think that they've added that in the future. So feels bad, but you know. But he said in settings there is an option to decline invite action in other tabs. Okay, so if you go to options, I imagine it's somewhere up in here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna show anything. Like sus me being here, so let's not. But by the way, made the video about how to get power. Please, for my knowledgeable brothers and sisters about the game, please, for the love of God, go in the comments of that video and touch up the gaps in my armor. Man, the other thing is that there's so much to talk about when it comes to strength, and like so many systems intrinsically playing into strength, that I innately feel like I already think the video is way too long and way too like wordy. But also, there's like so many systems and functions that are going on. So it's like, what do I do with that? I don't want to not help people, but then simultaneously I can tell I'm losing people because there's just so much. But yes, I need to get better at explode. Oh my God, we're maxed out on that thing. Panic, anything. Yeah, sure, find a team. Bolty, you don't want to play, do you? Let's take it. Oh, he's on his way home. He's on his way home. Bolty, you want to go do some random bullshit? Red, you want to go do some clash? If not, just hit me with it and I'll just do it random with people. It'll be a slow process, by the way, because it always is when you're like not geared to the teeth. What's good, Red? Yo, I'm getting, okay, gotcha. I'll be patient. I'll let my resin burn for the couple minutes that it's sitting there. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to, I'm going to bait it out a little bit. We made a power video, which I know a lot of you are way in the know, and it was mainly made for people who were like me, who were like, there's so many systems, what the fuck do I do first? And yeah, but we spent our platinum gold, and I want you guys to watch just the 80% point, like just skip to the 80% of the video mark on the new video that's coming out probably tomorrow, and let me know what you think. Bolty says, also, I have a bunch of red. Hell yes, Bolty. Also, we got the one thing to do. I'm skipping Tower Fantasy. I got you, man. 100%. Enjoy your time. Just hanging out. Ooh. But yes, I am freezing. Let's go do the one clash, Bolty, and then we'll do this. And then if you need anything besides that, let me know. But this is where I'm dumping my resin today. Come on. Matchmake. Do it. Why? What? No team available for this tier of it, maybe? Why not? Find team. If I hit go, it'll just go with both of you and me, but we want to find other people to fill in the gap, right? Beginning to team matchmaking. There it is. Wait, yes. Also, Red says, is there really no way to change gender for any character, for your character? What about creating a preset? That's what I thought, Red. That's exactly what I thought. I thought maybe I could import another person's preset and then just whoosh. But no. But then if you can import presets, man, it makes no sense. You can already download all of the like data that it would require to shape a person like that. So why wouldn't you just load up a base template of a dude character and then just overlay all the changes? Like if the system is already there to overlay, why not just add one more element of like, okay, instead of the woman baseline a body type, here's the dude baseline body type. Ugh, I don't like it. Because man, especially looking down the pipeline, looking at like there is no and no dude characters coming down the pipeline at all, okay? To where I'm like, I have made a mistake because I do like to play a dude character because of roleplay, whatever you want to call it, and I can't. I am unfortunately unable to because, yeah, they have not given me that ability, and I'm just like, God damn it, man. Also, yeah, should I use one of my? No, I'll wait until I have confirmation. I've heard people say that you should always be using your like special like little. Bolty even told me this a long time ago, but to use your special gems or not gems, your like key cards that give you better drop rates. I have just refused to use them, and I have like probably 25. And apparently, the more you get into endgame, the easier they become to attain. Also, I hate this fucking map, man. This fucking ranged enemy. It's like this is kind of the worry a little bit. Like Genshin, not Genshin, a little bit of Genshin, but a lot of games have this stuff where it's just like, hey, let's make a ranged enemy that's like flying all the time, and then they're like, oh, that sounds great, and then 90% of the melee weapons are like, it's super clunky for 90% of the melee weapons to reach people in general, and yeah, and you're just like, well, why would you make ranged people when it's like 90% of the options don't want that, do not want you to use range in any way, actually. And it's a little shit. It's a little shitty. I don't know if this boss puts on armor. I think everyone kind of does. Where are you? Are you in the same boat, Red, though? Have you chosen a woman character? Or I imagine you probably, oh god, no. I imagine you probably wanted, oh, my chest. Probably wanted that, but also it's like, isn't it nice to have the option? It's like, yeah, but yeah. Also, Freak, where is the bot? Okay, there it is. I'm sorry, I'm not shooting anything because I can't see her. Slowly but surely, making the damage happen. I should have gotten hit there, I think, but no dice. Yeah, he got hit. I don't think we're good. Yeah, I think I can use my one weapon, my ice thing. Again, fudoosh. Coming back from the bottom. Just a little. Oh god damn it! Ow. Okay. Hey, okay. It's all gonna be okay. Stop it. Also, man, I did a lot of recon research in the Reddit thread, which, by the way, is a great place to understand like who the hell is in this whole crazy, beautiful community. And yeah, one of the things that I picked up on, man, and it might be a maybe misdiagnosis and disdiagnosis, but it does seem like there is. Oh no! Oh. Or maybe you just start dying when you don't have any stamina. That's awesome. Instead of just like drowning to death. That's huge. Anyways, one of the things I found in the community, it seemed like, and I might be wrong in this, is it seems like there's a disconnect between, and this is kind of like an obvious outcome, but in the game it's kind of weirdly different. So like, I'm used to there being a disconnect between whales and all those kinds of things, and people who, god damn it, jump. God damn it! There being a disconnect between whales and free-to-play, essentially. But in this game, it's not that easy because it's not like there's not options for people to poll and things like that. But it does seem like there's a disconnect between CS, which is kind of just a symptom of whaling and stuff like that a little bit, and people who are not that CS level. Like the fact that, and I kind of feel like I'm in this category a little bit. Now, granted, I still have a lot to do, and I'm not going to say anything before I do all my story, do all my ruins and things like that, and like just get appropriate level. Again, a lot of you guys are stuck in the XP grind hell. And yeah, but that's one of those things is that what do you call it? It seems like there's a giant disconnect in between people's CS, because like to me it's insane when I see someone have 47,000 CS, and I have 15, and I feel like these, I don't know why, I'm just like full on flatline. Like I don't know. A part of me knows like it's probably a lot to do with just your base level inherently scaling. It's probably then your ability to keep like cooldowns going. Also, there we go. It's probably also just like the inherent ability to get to end games so that you can start doing hard mode, so you can start doing the max challenge version of this. But there are also elements like guilds and things like that I find are like probably pretty huge. Also, god damn it! Ow! Also, my thing's on cooldown. Can you please? Oh no, that doesn't count. Oh no, just being in the water reset it. Okay, good. Whew, that was the issue. Get ready to rock again. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, but yeah, there's an inherent disconnect between, it seems like, people's CS, and like a lot of people who like, and this is the same thing that I'm not sure if anyone else can like attest to, but back in the day when we were playing Genshin a lot. That was the number one thing that I have always seen, is that it's like an inherent thing that comes with a person succeeding in the environment of content creation, where they then get to take some of that monetary value back from viewership, from sponsors, from just whatever, and they get to reinvest that back into their channel, and do character showcases at max constellation, so you're the max possible thing, and also just interesting for everybody. It's like a point of content for creation that makes it exciting for anyone to really discover what that is. You know, even a free to play kind of is like, well, what does it look like to be a king amongst men? But what do you call it? By the way, I'm not afraid to play. I'm just saying that this is the kind of two polarizations of perception that are happening, I think, within the community a little bit. With that, I always felt like there was a disconnect between, when somebody starts doing well on YouTube wise, it seems like they start getting further away from the thing that kind of made them start getting successful usually, which is like this idea of of just understanding your audience and understanding what people are going through, so that you can kind of be their voice and give a proper reason for what they're going through, like why they're feeling the way they're feeling essentially. Also, golly, I am still not chunking through damage. It's funny because usually when I'm not playing with, seemingly very high CS people, I'm actually not the bottom of the leaderboard. But yes. But also, man, the other thing that pisses me off a little bit about CS, and I think this is the thing that makes it maybe more of a point of contention, is that it does seem like there's a lot of RNG in like just matrices and even armor, man. So there's a lot of RNG in how you get stronger. So a part of me wonders if that's an aspect of it as well. Let's jump over here, do this. Is like, unlike other games, even like Genshin, there's an argument for like artifact farming and like constellations, but in this game, because so many things, like the armor and all these things, eventually, and they do award you it. This is like the funny thing is like that I think it's a problem that when time goes on, eventually it will dwindle and like start muffling out, like this idea that like people are ahead of me and etc. But also I don't think that's where people are coming from. I think it's like right now, like I see a lot of videos which are saying like just do this, and it's like, but what if your CS is not that yet? Like unless you're like giga going hard and you're getting all of the things and you're grinding this game like crazy, then maybe you can do all those things. But for the person who's not taking it so crazy seriously, then that's where things I think get a little. I feel like that's where the gap in the armor is when it comes to the community not feeling like certain people are feeling like they're like not a part of this thing because yeah, they're like, how is that person doing the max tier of the again has 40,000 CS? They're like, oh, they have max weapons, and it's not even just that, by the way. Like there are people who are free to plays who have just perfectly mid-maxed and gotten lucky is the thing. If there wasn't an element of RNG, then I could see people being more it being more obvious, which I think is going to cause probably a little bit of a division because. Again, it's like it's a polarization essentially. Like some people are experiencing this and other people are not, and the other person doesn't feel seen when everyone else is acting as business as usual. But those people have spent probably like a couple $100s in the game, and they're like, well, what if you didn't spend a couple $100 in the game? What about me in that instance? What do I do? And again, there's options. And I think the reason why most content creators are not too worried about it maybe is because I think it's a problem that will self-correct with time. Like I think after you eventually, like there are people who are getting to CS level 7 or something, and that's insane. But eventually we'll get to a point where that's not the case, where like eventually they'll cap out. Again, it's going to take a lot longer to reach max level, etc. It's going to be a lot slower overall. So then that's the gap in which people can catch up, which is not really like catching up. Again, those people will still be the first probably to reach that point. But yeah. Also, my thing is that I'm also just having fun with like the thing that I have. Like I don't really feel like I need to do end game stuff because I'm enjoying like just doing these. Also, oh god, I need to. I need to do this. Make sure I get some healing. Yeesh. Ooh. Also, is that like new player friendly, like buy once type mechanic I just seen in the store? It has like an arm on it that looks like a cannon. Is that the grapple hook that y'all have been messing around with? It's like $1. It's honestly pretty cheap just to get like a cool weapon and some wishes mayhaps. But yes, I was like, oh, is that how people have been getting that? Because I've seen a lot of people use it. And I think it's a traversal gadget. So I was like, oh, is that what it is? Also, oh no, I can't do that. I want to switch to my other abilities, but I can't because we got to stay with the ice one. Have I still not surpassed the guy that's been dead for this whole boss battle? God damn it, I'm the worst. This is pain. I apologize. It's usually not this bad. I'm not sure if it's just yeah, the people have 5 million. I don't see many people end this with 5 million. So it's usually like a split diff of like, we each have 2 million maybe. Man, that armor's not cracking at all. Don't get too close. Come on, you son of a bitch. There we go. Woof. And we got trash. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'm not sure if it's worth... What? Okay, I'm not sure if it's worth doing this. I don't know. I don't know. Like, just doing that one, we got a bunch of blues. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Pain. Hopefully we can just leave and it'll pull me and Bolty out. Thank you for the carry, Bolty. Let me drink some coffee. But I don't know. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on the whole low CS players versus high CS players? And do you think, because the argument for the low CS players seems to be that, like, people are treating, like, just having high CS, like, easy. And it's like there's a correlation with either getting absurdly lucky, playing a fucking god ton, or spending money. Because that was one of the observations that I seen when I was looking through stuff. People have been memeing that idea of like, well, what if you're not absolutely stacked? All right. Let's go and do that again. Bang that out real quick. Settings, this. Do I have a spider crawling on me? Please say no. Thank God. Also, Red says... I don't want to change. No, if there was an option to play female in the game, I would always play. I was about to say. I know you. I feel like that would make sense. Why is it not like matchmaking? Do we have to go instead of the other thing, or is it just that there's no one in our server going on this specific thing? But he says being high CS means you either spend a lot of money or you spend a lot of time in the game. Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. I also wonder if... Oh, there we go. Matchmaking begin. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a good idea that certain content creators probably have a limiter on themselves, or have accounts that can kind of balance out their expectation. Because I've felt that really, really... in like I've seen a lot of the come up of a lot of, because that's my whole thing right now, so I'm just analyzing those who are making interesting content that gets resonating with the community, so that I can then reflect on who that community is and then make that content that they would enjoy, but not copy what they're doing necessarily, but just understand what's resonating and why. But with all those people who have been, you know, naturally basically taking some of that YouTube money and investing it back into content, into like getting a character like Frigg or whatever. Also, are we not still nobody? Nobody coming in? There we go. Can I just hit request? Do you want to quit? No. There we go. But yes. Thoughts, words. What was I trying to say? Oh, I've seen a lot of them, to me, really disconnect from like even people who are not like killing it on the YouTube, like generating momentum in that way, who have like 1,000 subscribers and etc. I feel like the idea is that you need to spend a copious amount of money in it. And I feel like by virtue of doing that, yes, you're able to showcase some stuff, but ultimately you're also losing your ability to seemingly relate to what people who are not doing that are experiencing and feeling. And it's kind of like the whole, like, I think in the Genshin we had Enviosity who came out and was basically like showing how you do it if you did not have a shit ton of disposable income, etc. And I just see parallels all the time when I'm playing this game, and seeing the community uptick again. Oh, we got leggings that were fucking gold. I still need a better belt. Bodhi says, "Do you need any materials?" Question mark. I don't know. For me right now, I think the only weapon I have to level up is my staff. Oh, also, I was gonna ask you this. I just lost in my head. I just lost it. I just lost what I was. On the topic that like the stream is kind of named after, man. Also, there's a video. That video out is talking about the new update and the housing system. So spoiler a little bit for that video. I am so hyped, man. Also, can you just go and like watch that video for 2 seconds, just to, and like click the end card, please, something, because I always cannibalize my own videos basically, and it's stupid. But yes. Anyways, the new update, man, looks so cool. It's coming in probably at the please climb. Ooh, it's coming at the end of the month, I would assume, because it says the 16th of September. But I think that's like an update on the next big patch drop. But it looks awesome, man. The thing that gets me so excited, and another thing that like makes me think they're going in such a nice direction compared to the thing that I'm used to, which is Genshin and etc., is that they're introducing a housing system. And people who have played the CN server stuff maybe will have to let me know. But one of the things that's amazing in that is it seems like you're gonna not just be able to make a house for cosmetic reasons and be like, look at my cute sofa or something, or look at this cute event lantern that I can only put here and only here and ugh. Instead, it's like, but wait, what if we gave you the ability to create like a sim almost, like a farm sim essentially, where you can build little robot AI that will like mine resources out for you constantly, or maybe make money for you in some way, maybe give you a small chance to get like purple cannon fodder for armor, or sorry, white and blue armor for cannon fodder for your leveling up your armor and stuff like that, or advancing your armor, it's what it's called. What if we did that? And I think that's what they're doing, and that's so cool, man. Also, it's not, you don't have some sort of tiny ass house. You have an acreage. Like you have like almost looks like a. This doesn't sound very attractive, but it sounds like the what is it called? God damn it, I'm not able to think. It's like a junkyard. That's what I was saying. It's like a junkyard. Not the most sexy thing, but it does look like you can have like little parts over here that like kick it, killing it. Also, kind of makes sense for like the post-apocalyptic vibe this game has. Also, this is the pain when everyone has Frigg, no one has a ranged weapon. Pain. Also, ow. And yet, you're standing in my face, my guy. Your bullets are hitting me. And I can't aim. Wait. 2 damage. In water, please don't. I have no stamina because I was shooting. God damn it, them. Maybe it's just better to try to get near them and... No, because they need to get lower. There we go. This. It hit me in the sky. He just lit me up right there. Please stay there. Don't move. Yeah, that hit him. Go team. Me and Bolty carrying mostly Bolty. Bolty's already hit 1 million damage. Bolty, though, I think he has Nemesis. Does he have Nemesis? I know you have Frigg. I just don't know if you have Nemesis weapon. I would imagine. Imagine so. Also, goddamn, somebody hit him with a big ass hit. Woo woo. Red says, okay, yeah, never mind. I just tried to import a male preset into a female character and got an unmatched character. I know, right? But it's like, what the fuck? It's just like a stone throw away from that shit. It's not that oh no. Oh no. Why? Why did my thing disconnect? No, it's back now. That's what the fuck happened with that? You son of a bitch. If that happens in combat, I'm screwed. If I get right on top of this thick boy, I think we're gonna be good. I wonder if the distance, like the fall that you hit for that, if that's better. I should save my thing. Oh no! Oh no, our boy! Capel or something. Bolty, you psychotic man, you. Did I just see that? No. Okay, it's not Bolty. It's not Bolty. It's someone else. I was about to say, Bolty, did you get 3 of Frigg? Because that's her unique skin. That's like whale bait for sure. you can like that guy. That's a statement. When you have that skin, you're like, why? Although no, Limit Banner, you can't buy copies of skin. I'm about to say. Female presets import fine, obviously. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I think I might do that because it's just nice having a good base to build off of, you know. Oh shit. Whew. Do not get hit by the things. Ah. I really hope they have like a surfing event. I think this would just be so clean. Oh, quickly. Oof. Oh my god. Please don't break. Please don't break. Give my stamina back. Whew. I could do that too. Give us a platform to stand on. Although Frigg, does Frigg just literally give you a perma platform? Golly. Frigg popping off huge. Massive. Although I will say some of the like amazing abilities in the game do feel, I don't know, man. I that's one of the things that I wish there was like, and maybe there's a special, very special matrices that give you like the ability to cool down your action skills quite quickly. But I do hunger for the ability to like spam my abilities, because otherwise they're on quite a long cooldown, like every like 30 seconds. That's a little bit too long for me. It'd be cool if there was one that was on like 10 seconds. Of Granted, we're not, well, yeah, no, anything that would incentivize you to switch weapons around, I think would also be nice, especially for like DPSs and things like that. Because it doesn't really seem like there's a reason to besides being like, fuck it, use my charge up, take 20 minutes to go through an animation. Solid dodge. Also, I will read your message read in a minute. Maybe I can read it now. Multitasking. 1.5 does look nice. Hopefully the housing is better implemented than Genshin with more practical purposes, but all the future updates do look great. Yeah, man. I was about to say, to me, like, Genshin did a lot of cool things right in terms of aesthetic. Like, I don't think anyone's questioning Genshin's beauty, but also, like, they never addressed the fact that you have limited space, ever. And with this game, I would be curious to see. Well, again, I feel like Tower Fantasy is like, well, we can't give people an absurd amount of data usage, like to have like their own little plot of land and just to like have a bazillion servers that can do that. Although they're already having an MMO, so probably likely that they're going to be somewhat okay. I got you. But yeah. But if it does make more sense for like them to be like, okay, well, what if we basically gave you, we got a lot of purple pants. Golly. Yes. What if they gave people the ability to basically manufacture constant like yield? I think that to me would make significantly more sense. So like if you have a limited data space, instead of just saying nothing can be done, fuck you don't get any more space, instead of being like, well, what are incentivifications that make people want to grind and play and feel like a boon? Anything that can like monopolize resource gathering, especially if you invest in it and it means you do not have to do the rock farm for an eternity, but you could do it for like a week straight and then have enough to produce, or even just grind money with your resin and then produce this rock farm thing. I don't know how it's going to be paid for. I don't know how you're going to go about doing that. But yes. Hey, Booty, did you do the event yet? I bet you did. You quick as a whip, boy. Oh, I have to delete my team? Why can't we go as a group? I guess that makes sense. Booty, what do you have to do? Do you actually, Booty, want to bang out the Fortress Clash? See if anyone's doing that. Maybe we'll get lucky enough. Well, I feel like I'll get yelled at. For sure, I'll get yelled at. But might just have to choose. We're getting yelled at. I could take Mia's kitchen upgrade. I wanted to do the challenge, the Fortress Clash. And I think you said that it's really beneficial to do hard mode. We can find a team. But I'm most definitely going to get carried, and I'm probably yelled at because this is one of those things. Also, let me catch you on chat. Island. It's called the Artificial Isle. Yeah, so I was about to say, is this like literally like a zone specialized to you? Or, because it does have like a monster in it and stuff like that. So is it like you're sitting beside like a weird dragon beast and you're just like, yeah, what if I set up shop over there? But it says, I still need to, oh, hell yeah. Well, unfortunately, we can't go as a group. And unless we want to run all the way there, I could solo it, the first boss only. Sure, we can do that. Let's try. Find team. Somebody be out there. I guess we'll request to join. No, I just want to be in the, why we being difficult game? Fortress Clash, find team. Nope, not on that one. Find hard, goddammit, find hard team. Hard team. Go. If we go find team and hit hard and go, it's just gonna throw us into the counter, right? Let me see. Wait for your more teammates to join the challenge match. What was the one I pressed again? Then match. Thank you. Thank you. Might be. So you do hit join. You don't go find team. Why? It makes more sense to be like, oh, before we go in there, let's find a fucking team. Anyways, sorry, I'm a little bit bitter. Red says, what kind of controller are you using again, Grin? Wireless NA? No, it's the PS4 controller, 5 controller. Hooked up to a wire. It can be Bluetooth, but I don't trust it. I always feel like it'll disconnect in a different way. Probably better, actually, but I haven't done it yet, but yeah. Alright, boys, also forgive me for me not to be the absolute most big detriment. Not good. I need to focus a little bit, so I might not be able to read chat, but yes, I still value you. We'll get it, all that. I guess I'll start it. I run it. I ran it. Oh, at least Electro's getting buffed this week. Positives. Positives. Red says, oh no, I got you. Yes, the PS5 controller. I wish there was a smaller controller that had the same look as the PS5 controller. But no, anything that they don't sell tiny controllers, unfortunately, or smaller, just smaller. For obvious reasons, my hands would be appreciative of that. But instead, we adapt, we overcome. Oh, also, there's a whole new boss this time around. I forgot. Is this person? I cannot wait for you guys to see the video and what happened in the how to get powerful video, because I know I saved a lot of me being like, now let me buy this and do it on camera so that you guys can see what that looks like and how you to do it, and not be like, well, what am I doing it right? That kind of thing. Definitely like a beginner's guide kind of video. But I spent some of my black gold, and you're just gonna love it. Love it as much as I did. I'm not burying the lead much at all. It's very obvious what happened. Pain, basically. But the UI can be a son of a bitch. Sometimes you think you're clicking on a weapon, and other times you're clicking on the weapon to look at what the weapon does, but not actually clicking on the weapon, weirdly enough. Yes, pain. Pain, 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 pain. Can't believe I dodged that shit. Can't believe it. When I get damaged, dude, I'm gonna be up in the trenches. Oh, we also have the special boss to fight. Is it a son of a bitch this week? The boss that's the worst? Maybe. Also, Don't panic. Melee. I'm too close. I should have backed up before I did this. She ran away. Nice. Come on, aim at it, please. Oh, also, I'm sorry I said it, but you know, it's kind of appropriate a little bit. She's trying to kill us, you know. I think the rules are off then. Probably not. Probably it's rude still. Go! Stop running away from me. My bullet should be hitting you. Yeah, so I also, this is the kind of, the whole thing. So because I can't basically make the dude character that I kind of want to make, also, oh no. Some dude got lit the fuck up. Stop running. Nice dodge. Beautiful, clean. Oh, also I could use my weapons, dummy. My gadgets, I mean. Melee, 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 melee. Stop running so much. There we go, finally zapped her. Nice. Nice. Boss weapon, what do we get? We can't see it. I thought sometimes it shows you, never mind. Yeah. Also, man, it's hilarious to me that people are just like grinding the Fortress Clash. Ooh, it's one of this son of a bitch. But yeah, the idea that people are just grinding Fortress Clash on auto is such a cool idea for grinding experience, but also it's kind of like, are y'all doing that on your phone? Can you like log in on multiple devices and like just do that? Because to do that on your whole ass like PC just seems like you're taking a lot of juice out of your PC, you know? Whereas I can see you doing it on like your phone, but I'm not sure if auto exists on your phone. Hopefully. If it doesn't, then shit. But you could go to sleep with that. Although now you'd have to make some sort of script. You'd have to on your phone, which I think would be even harder. I don't know why they don't just let you do a playlist. Like it's like, come on, guys. Why do I have to pop in every 2 minutes to make sure it's not broken? If you guys don't know, I should make it so that everyone can understand. Basically, there's like the auto button right above my health bar is basically a permanent thing which will automatically play the game for you, and the reason why it's there is so that you can grind XP. And it seems like that's the main thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Golly. Fucking ow, dude. I tried to dodge and my character's like, what if I did this twirl with the staff? God damn you. Respawn. Respawn. Go. How much time do we got? 3 minutes? I think we can make this second one happen. May not be the fastest experience, but we can make it happen. Oh shit. Oh shit. Stop running away, man. Maybe it is better to do these like this little pecks. As long as it's consistent. Please don't run away. It hit him. Good. We're good. We're okay. Activate the tech. Always. I gotta watch a video. I seen a video advertised recently that's like how to what to level up in terms of gadgets, and I was like in terms of end game stuff, and I was like, that's a pretty good video to watch. Unfortunately, I do not have CN knowledge, so I can't make that video. But good on that guy for doing it. Yeah, I feel like it's probably a good rule of thumb to like not always feel like you need to run at your enemy, although you can just shoot them from far away. You know. What's good, Sparks? How are you doing today? Hopefully have a lovely Tuesday. Okay, excuse me. I was a mile away. Okay, not cool. Some dude keeps getting lit up. It's Blueberry. Blueberry keeps getting lit up. Whoop up! Uh-oh. Somehow I'm not dead. Thought he would definitely wreck me. Good, he's done doing the thing. Attack, go! He's a tough bastard. Also, that's kind of cool though, man. The bosses in this game are pretty rad. There's a lot of them too. Just holding up his hand reminds me of the damn, oh man, that son of a bitch from Elden Ring. I had like very little. Well, I shouldn't say I had no issues, but the issues I had in like the hardest boss in that game for me was that son of a bitch who guarded the entrance to that one place, like the city of bubbles and harps, not harps, tubas, stuff like that. Ooh, come on, man! 17 seconds downtime, pain. What is good, Fluff? How are you? But also, I didn't play the magic build. When we were in Elden Ring, we were fighting that entry, that dude who like used to just hold up his hand and summon forth a bunch of red death lightning bolts. Not the good. Respond. Respond. Fluff, are you absolutely juiced for 1.5? Which, by the way, I know we're still pretty far away from it to be getting too hyped. But to me, man, again, it just is to me. And I could be getting punched in the throat real hard. But to me, it seems like a really good point of direct. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Sorry, we got 34 seconds. It's not looking great. But yeah, 1.5. Just even the idea that like, well, let's introduce housing, and then also let's introduce actually meaningful. Stop it. Let's introduce meaningful, like procedurally gaining activities. Essentially, like so I can make my little robots like mine rocks for me, so that I don't have to do that every single day. Hopefully, it doesn't cost like another type of resource. But I do hope it's gamey. Like it would be cool to like, because to me it almost seems like their response is saying, well, what if we made the mobile oh goddamn, let's see, we got 2 gloves, so you know, maybe it's better. I don't know. I just need a belt, my guy. But yeah, the idea that like I think it's their idea. This thing is like seeming like creating a sim, like a house building sim, or like an acreage building sim, to where like you'll have your little robot like junkyard monsters like piecing together rock harvests and like maybe selling you items and hopefully like aggregating like resources for you that you otherwise would not want to create. I just hope that the cost to do it is equal to the 2x benefit that you'll gain in the future. You know what I mean? Red says, I've not used the PS5 controller for years. I've been using the Xbox Elite. Yeah, I know, I heard a lot of good things about that, but that thing's a chunky boy, and my hands already have trouble with the most controllers. Wireless with an Xbox wireless adapter for my PC. Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things about that. Red says, never had disconnected issues wireless, but sometimes do when the charger via cable can be finicky. Yeah, I understand. Spark says, hey, Grin, I wanted to say that you don't have a radio. You have a TV. Oh man, I thought about that later that week. A couple days after, I was just like, how the Sparks Danny doesn't think I've known Sparks for a shocking amount of time. So like, it's not. I know he didn't mean anything by it, but I would just articulate my example, and I was like, oh no, oh no. But, let me go do this. Yeah, some coins and whatnot. But, what are we gonna do? I wanted to ask you guys. Oh, do you want to do Volti? And if anyone else wants to join, you can. But do you want to do the? I think we have a boss one. Do we not? Yes, we do. Void Rift. Do you want to try Void Rift or nah? It's the flower person, and she's vulnerable to fire. Weird, weird, but okay. She does have. Oh, okay. Iron Wall generates a shield. 15% of max HP every 2 minutes. Is that on top of the shield that she already generates? We could try it. Does anyone else need matrices? Red says he is attractive, certainly more than no, absolutely not. You guys need to stop it. All right, it's all subjective. Also, like a lot of things aggregate attraction. You know what I mean? Like whether your wealth status, your confidence level, your ability to engage with the real world pretty easily, etc. Like be able to know what to do when you need to do it. To be able to make people feel a certain way, positive emotions usually, to be confident, to be structured, you know what I mean, make people feel safe and etc. There's so many metrics of attraction, but I appreciate the sentiment. Very sweet. Spark says, see, it's consensus. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's not better. It'll go right to my head. Bodhi says, doing Fortress Clash normal is always doing the lowest settings and the lowest resolution in the windowed mode. Oh, okay, I see. So even okay, so you just make it as less taxing as you possibly can. It makes sense. Fluff says, I am not, but I am looking forward to see what new content we're going to get. What do you mean? You're not excited for 1.5? I just want confirmation on whether or not we're getting a collaboration. I see. Because otherwise, I'm having very little coming in the future that I particularly want. Really? Oh, I thought the housing thing would be pretty good at Scattershot. We could try it. We don't lose or try if we don't. Yeah, we don't lose any if we don't win. I have it has vulnerability. Oh, Volt. Sorry, I thought I seen fire. Sorry, my bad. I seen a vulnerable. I saw this, and I guess I seen fire. Fluff says you asked if I'm absolutely juiced for the new. Oh, I see. Okay. Really, man. To me, I'm really happy with the way it's going. Because to me, the characters and whatnot are a part of it. I guess. In hindsight, for a lot of people, gacha games are defined by their characters and like the waifus and husbandos coming down the pipeline. But for me, I like the gameplay utility aspect of everything, like how many functional, useful bits of gameplay are there to match, right? Yes. Nice. But also, I do feel the limitation by not having a structured team, though. I do. Maybe that's where Fluff's coming from a little bit, wanting certain characters that not only is he interested in, but he feels empowered to actually play and engage with the mechanics around him. Because right now, I kind of feel that way, where I'm like, I'm in this weird place of not having like a structured team or even just 2 DPSs, so that I can feel like I'm doing some damage. You know, I feel like limited in that way, which is unfortunate. And I even have Samir, which is a pretty good DPS kind of option, although I don't have the things to kind of maximize her in a way, it seems like. Also, fuck it, I'll do that too. That guy just showed me up. Woo. Slow going, but we'll get him. There we go. Give me this. Is there another? Man, there's so many. Why is there so many this time around? Attack, 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 attack. Everyone's coming out of the woodworks. One over here. It's a bad guy. Spinny, spin, spin. Also, can the magnet spell actually concuss people off of the map? Because I heard someone mention something like that made it sound like the magnet spell was oh damn it, it was actually pretty huge. The magnet concuss thing, and I was like, that sounds insanely powerful, especially in like Bygone Phantasm, which I think has a ledge, which maybe it's like a grid wall, so maybe not, but it sounded pretty crazy. Where can we go? Did we anything back here? Oh, but they're awesome at the top. At the tippity top. Oh, there's also an enemy right there. Has one. And then we'll grab this one over here. I found a ton this time. I'm not sure why. Oh, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Fluff says, I don't really like the grinding factor for the Serenity pots, and I only figured it'd be similar to Tower Fantasy, like most MMO housing systems. Well, no, that was what was surprising me about the, and you might be right, I don't have confirmation on this, Fluff, but that was what made me so excited about this housing system, is that it looked like there were bots that were like grinding a rock for you and stuff like that. So unlike Genshin, where it's just purely synthetic, it's just like, hey, here's some cosmetic cool things, and eventually if you just put down enough dressers, you'll eventually get the max currency, and then you'll be able to rock. It didn't seem like it was like that. It seemed like it was more akin to basically like you can set up little robots that can mine rocks for you, that maybe even to be able to get like low tier armor for you so that you can invest it in your other gear. This is all speculation, but it seemed like your little robots had a function, not just basically a lot of fluff, you know? No pun intended. Okay, let me try to organize everything. I give it to you. Physical, sure. Physical attack, I'll give it to you too, just to make sure you have some synchronarity. I'll give that to you. Warrior can go to you, Bulty. And then we'll do Poet can go to you. Poet can go to, you already have 3, I guess. Mighty can go to Blueberry as well. I guess I'll give that to somebody else. Flame can go to you, I already have too many shit. Attack can go to you. Maybe I should give that to Bulty. God damn it. Woo. Yeah, it's true, Fluff. I might have to eat all my words and say like there's no functionality here, but to me it seemed like, again, it does look like CN had this update before, I think. So I think they should be able to foreshadow whether that's gonna have functionality or not. But to me, if that would go a long way instead of it basically being useless house building, where like it could become a sim in which you could like get your little followers to like I think one of the things we've seen is that them harvesting pumpkins, like basically planting seeds for you and like harvesting them. If you can just like have a bunch of items to cook with at your disposal constantly, I think that'll be pretty huge, you know. We're missing one person who I think I actually seen paused and just sitting there, so that doesn't feel good. I guess we could start. Because, yeah, we're just wasting time otherwise. As long as we don't die. Oh, I see that. Nice job, Bolty. Using your human interaction skill with that. Also this. Eesh. Yeah, because I guess that's the one thing that to me, when I look back at Genshin, that's the one thing I disliked the most, was that there was so many things that you did because you wanted to get a couple Primo Gems and not because you actually wanted because it served you another function, whether that's like, hey, now you can continually get food, like plants. I mean, I guess there was the one thing that lets you get plants, so I guess there is that. You did get to have like a weird seed collector. And again, everything is like scalable, so everything is bad if it's not scalable. You know, if it's just like, yeah, you'll always get 2 seeds or 2 things every 3 months when your seeds are finally done cooking. And there's no way to improve that or make that better. And it is, yeah, like, but to me it'd be cool at the end of your journey, at the end of your grind, for like a month of engagement, etc. You were to basically have the yield of like consistent stuff coming in, maybe a few extra materials to spend it on advancement and things like that. To me, that would be pretty huge. But that's what I craved when I was playing Genshin, is I wanted stuff that had basically like a meaning and a purpose to doing, not just like, here's another way that you can get a handful of Primo Gems that can maybe you get the next character. And it's like, yeah, could I not have that and also have cool, like, meaningful things to do that make me feel like I'm investing in stuff? Like, kind of like the exact thing that I want from Saints Row so badly. And that I kind of got in a lot of ways from Cult of the Lamb, which is like this idea of building infrastructure that feeds you in the future. Like having a yield by you investing in structures that, you know, have a yield. But yes, also, give me a little burst healing right now. Oh, dodge. Oh, God, dodge. Are we really doing this 3-man because some fucking dickhead decided to like just pause and walk away? It's like, well, I'll get it. I'll still get. If they beat it, then I'll get it still. What a douche. Anyways, I don't have the best damage in the world, but I still try. Maybe there's 3 people here. No, I only see the 2. Stop it! Don't do that! This. If I had social skills, I see that person does not have a clan, and I would tell him, a crew, sorry, I gotta stop, that's a bad word. That's a word it could be. It's not a great word. It shouldn't seem like a good word. But yeah, also, ooh. Get some distance, spin. How much time we got? Oh, we got plenty of time. I think we can go tits up real fast. Honestly, the debuff this week, but like, oh, they're gonna get a shield. I didn't really feel that. Also, you got him? You got him, nice. Fuck you! Boom! Please. I'm gonna assume that they don't have a shield. Oh shit! You guys good? Okay. Oh no! Oh, Blueberry's gotten picked up. Yeah, it was weird. That was a delayed response. Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Switch to this. Also, I do want to reply to my question that I asked you. So that goes for the whole chat. Hell yes! Done for the week. Ooh, and look who just popped in. Yuck. And he's still fucking paused. Gross. Oh no, he is here. What? 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 Did he never maybe, okay, to be fair, maybe he never played the game before and he didn't know, like, was I supposed to ping or? Pain. Anyways. But the fact that he moved at the end there, I was like, what the fuck? You were here. Oh, I just got back, guys. I guess it could be that he's new and doesn't know that you could do that, but yeah. Alright, let me catch up. Let's see how fucking good Bulty looks. God damn. I was about to say, Bulty, I'm stuck with this woman character, so I might have to make the most tomboy of tomboys, which will also be something I am into. So it will all work out, maybe. All right, let me catch you. What's good, Lone Syndicate? Lone Syndicate that I have returned. What's good, Lone Syndicate? How is your commute? I really don't like the there's only, Fluff says, there's only one tank resonance character in the pipeline if we don't get the collaboration character. I see. And Saki Fua is nowhere near my first priority in terms of weapons and type and stuff. Not only would Marek be another SSR tank that isn't ice. Seriously, we've got Meryl and a lot of ice tanks. Fluff says, but he has a weapon and moveset that I really like. Everything simplicity of the combat knife and the pistol appeals. Yeah, no, I like it too. I would probably want it too. Red says, I tried knocking enemies off the wormhole. I think they patched it. They didn't die from fall damage there. They simply reset at that point. It got their health. Oh, okay. Shit. And there's an invincible wall in Bygone, so you can't knock them off. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you call it? The Also, is there another? There's 2 people? There's 2 of you? Weird. But I was gonna say, I can't think of it. I can't think of what I was about to say. I always read something, I'm like, oh, I have a thought, and then a loss. Oh, people are speculating that we're going to get Claudia, which is almost confirmed at this point, it seems like. She's going to be the next character because she's in the trailer for 1.5 as the main, like, flying around character. It'll be a hell of a misdirect. But people are saying that they might do a simultaneous banner, which would be pretty crazy to do this fast. But I know they're trying to play catch-up on the CN server, I think. So that would kind of make sense for them to try to keep pace so that they would have to spend half of the time for them to eventually get to the same point. It may add up to being the same amount of time, actually. But, yeah, so they're thinking that they're going to do Claudia and Cobalt B with 2 banners, essentially. That's what I've heard. So I would think that it probably wouldn't be 3 banners, which would be Cobalt B, that, and Merrick. It might be it might be Claudia and Merrick at that. But I would think it'd be more Cobalt B, which it'd be kind of nice if it was that, for me, selfishly, because I know Fluff also wants Cobalt B. So if we could get Cobalt B first, and then, actually, I don't know if Fluff's plans have changed. I feel like they might have, but yeah, getting Cobalt B and then maybe getting Merrick in the next update or whatever. But yeah. The robots just look like Claw Machine games that function outside of the until otherwise. Yeah. Either way, housing was not has not been a system I've often looked forward to. It's been cool, but I see it being another way for us to give them more time, money with not much return. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the execution, but also we're getting a ton of. We're getting a brand new area to explore and a brand new boss, brand new matrices, another character. Like to me, again, to me in Genshin, this is quite the update. You know what I mean? Like, and usually in Genshin, it's like a couple. So maybe it's because my pretext for this is judging it on the same way that I would judge Genshin, and the yield that we have for content here seems to be pretty good in terms of a brand new area. And also some functionality in that area, probably new story quests, probably new, all these other things. So, like, to me, and also a new system to engage with. Like, we would go 5 updates with, like, there being no really addition to the thing, just events. So the fact that we're having a permanent housing system added is kind of nice for there to be a permanency to a system that's being added this consistently and early in the game. So that's the way I'm judging it. But I understand that people just are not interested in that innately, and therefore it means nothing. But yeah. Fluff says, but new content via the island itself and new bosses worth the effort would be nice. I still have like 300 housing currency to spend in Genshin. I just okay. Yeah, no, again, to me, Red, that's to me why the trailer gave me hope. Is because it didn't look like it was just a bunch of like plant a bunch of seeds or plant a bunch of cupboards and then leave, and then you'll get your currency every week. It looked like it could be like, hey, doing like grinding out and leveling up your like bot farm would make it so that you don't have to grind the rocks constantly. You don't have to like, it takes time to actually go and like grind money as much. If you're willing to put in the infrastructure and like, you know, go hunt for some rocks and some, you know, scrap parts to create like a manufacturing dump that could like get you parts, could get you rock, could get you maybe money, could get you abilities to like things to give you ascendant. I don't know if any of that's the case. This is me wishful thinking a little bit, but it would make more sense for me why we seen like a farm plot, why we seen like what seemed like something that you would put where they farm rocks. Like, it'd be weird for them to stylize it in that way and not have a functionality aspect of like farming rocks for you and things like that. What's good, Crazy? Crazy says, yo! Bolty says, I believe in tomboys to let's go, Beastie. Or Bolty, let's go, Bolty. Sorry. Beastie would say the same thing. That's why I was like, oh. Love says, regarding the gamer archetype, I tend to fall into the exploration category. I'm not much of a, we got a whole new island. I'm not much of an achievement hound, whilst I do like the collecting things. Yeah, see, I could not be further and more that I don't get anything from the exploring, besides like the fact that you're getting rewarded, which feels good. For me, I'm more the managing factor, whatever that is. Like the things that I can manage, they're satisfying to manage because they have a yield. Like growing a flower or growing a tree and then having fruit to eat after is like that's my shit. That's my brain starts kicking. Hopefully it doesn't take as long time as to actually grow a tree in real life, but yeah. My day was good, Grin. How about you? I'm doing great, Lone Snake. How are you? Are you doing good? Good day. Sorry. Red says, I'm mostly the same as Fluff unless building aspect is good as Dragon Quest. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. I guess my whole pretext is I always look at the same lens that what we experience for a year, or at least what I experienced for a year, which is the Genshin update cycle and system adding, and the fact that this is a permanent system with a month into the game. Not really, because it's been out for a while, but that to me is a hell of a better step in the right direction for like a game that I continually want to play, you know? It was good. HD Gamer Force says, "What's poppin', Grim?" I am like, "No, it's all good, Gamer Force. We happy to have you." How you been? And when it comes to the combat, I don't dedicate myself to being the top of the leaderboard, whether it's PvE or PvP. Yeah, no, I don't either. Yeah. Yep, fun equals then meta. Yeah, to me, I think there's a line. I think everyone always likes to say that they're like not a meta person until you can't do content or until it's like exhausting to do content. So I think there's always a line between fun and meta. I don't think you want to not use the characters you like and then be meta, or if it means to be meta. I think people probably want to get as close to meta as they possibly can and still have fun and be effective. I think it's usually 90% of people. Bodhi says, "I heard you got those black crystals from the housing, so I think it'll be inevitable." Yeah. I hope so. That'd be nice. That'd be like a nice currency gain. Again, my whole thing is that I hope it's buildable and investable. And the investment doesn't just have like, "And now you've unlocked a handful of Primo Gems, but that's it. No more for you." Instead of being like, "Well, every single like week, your little bots will give you 5 black crystals." And you're like, "That's trash." But it's like, well, not when you get like a consistent amount of them every week, and also one of them becomes a legendary, and you're like, "Holy fuck, let's go." Fluff says, if it is similar to the CN server went, it will be Claudia for 14 days, and then Cobalt for 18, and then Baiyaki for 18, then Merrick for 18, followed by the first run of Nemesis. Rerun of Nemesis and Frigg? Oh, followed by the okay, so after this, that's what it will be. Gotcha. Want to do the rifts together? Can we both do? Or is it? I tried doing it with like we could jump into someone else's team, unless we want to run our ass over to a rift. Sure, we'll run our ass over to a rift. Why not? Where are the rifts? A mile away. Maybe you actually are you at one right now, Bodhi? Let me see. Let's go to this and go to rift. Why can't it mark it on my map? God damn you. There we go. Yes, you're on top of a rift, actually. I'm going to give you leadership of the squad, Bodhi. And selfishly, when I want to talk to chat, you just go wherever you want. Go wherever you want. Start whatever you want. Yes, I do. That was a glitch that people were saying. It doesn't actually cost resin, but it seems like it does. Lowe's Thinking says, "Claudia looking good, but honestly, if you don't have Shiro, you're not gonna get the most out of." I feel like there's a lot of characters though, man. I feel like unfortunately, community's in such a state where resonance and shit are so strong that, and like elemental amplification are like no. But also, I don't know if the damage is. I think this is just a game that doesn't have as much scaling and shit like that, where like one DPS can literally just make and break everything. Like you can just be fine forever. That's what Genshin is to some extent, and supports can just be like godly. Whereas this game, it seems like you just need the combined effort of all aspects of a character's utility. So like you're only really getting like 15% resonance or 25% resonance on like elemental damage. It seems like with the Frigg, I think it's 15. But nevertheless, that 15 comes in handy when you're already like not melting things super fast, but all cumulatively comes together. Like no, now you're actually being quite efficient for what you've invested in monetarily, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's probably an aspect of it. But yeah, I think there is probably an aspect of this game that's going to be really ruled for a long time now, getting the staple characters that can kind of unlock everyone's potential, aka Cobalt B or Ruby, which will unlock fire, and then of course Frigg, which will unlock ice. And then, what's the electric person again? Oh, literally the one that just came. I can't think of her name, but yes. The main waifu of the story, maybe, possibly. I didn't want to use it yet, but fuck it. That was a waste too, because the armor broke anyway. Sorry, Beastie. Or Bolty. Sorry, Bolty. Supposed to start with a B. What's good, Ray? Ray says, Frigg is future-proof, question mark? I think she's going to be very, very good. I think she's pretty future-proof because she's an ice resonance, and I don't believe there's many characters that have ice resonance. So I think she's quite good. Yeah, it depends on what you... I think her future-proofness is whether you care if you have a character that is ice-based. I think that's the dominant response. I think she can be future-proof if you are interested in ice because she resonates ice and she's also a DPS, so it's going to be easier to make those high-damage teams. But yeah. Given the rebalancing to Frigg changes the unique Frost domain into a simple but future-proof anti-power creep passive that is Frost resonant instead, I can only speculate that they'll do so. For Claudia and Cobalt B is the only one character with such passive that are post-launch SSRs. I'm doing good. Also, what's good? HT says I'm doing good with work life and being disappointed in the new Saints Row. Man, well, for me, man, I just haven't been able to get it to work. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Fluff. I got through the first game-breaking bug that didn't let me progress. I was able to move through it, but then I got through another one. Like 20 minutes later, I got to another one where enemies weren't spawning. I still need to check if I need to restart the mission, and that would fix it, but I restarted the checkpoint 5 times. Enemies just were not at the location every single time I went there. And yeah, I was just like, ugh. But yeah. Ray says, Frigg, Seki, and Lynn, it is. Yeah. There's a lot, again, that's the funnest part about the game, it seems like, is like, if you do happen to get lucky with some characters, just like Gantry, you kind of need to mix, mash, and piece things together. But like, okay, no, now we're going this route. For me, I'm hell bent on getting 3 characters. I don't know if they're going to be good together, but I hope so. One is Ruby. The one is Cobalt B, of course, for my DPS queen, and then Lyra. Honestly, Lyra is probably the one that I'll go the hardest in because I think she just is like by far the coolest looking character aesthetically. But yeah. For the global version, far more than her CS counterpart. CN Tower Fantasy failed due to too much power creep. Oh, right, because people were saving. Right, I heard that. Also, maybe that... I wonder how true that is. I could see it being true, but I also wonder, like, I don't know what the... if that's the case. Like, I'm sure it could be, but because I've heard people say that, and I heard the argument, and it's quite good. I just... To definitively say that that's the way that why it failed leaves me a little bit surprised. Because I think, especially at the time in which I think it was popping off, China started to really hammer games coming out in all these things. So yeah, but maybe that's not just maybe there's like what do you call it, Korea and all these other places that would have also given it a chance, and those are the reasons there. But yeah. So maybe that also makes sense for maybe their playbook where people are like, well, no, now their strategy has fundamentally changed from like now they're trying to neutralize every character. So yeah, for those of you guys who didn't hear the argument, by the way, or the perspective on why Tower Fantasy might have failed in Asian countries, etc., it seems like it was because, or the person's perception would be because there was every character was better and better and better. Everyone was scared to basically invest in a character because the next character would be better. So power creep innately makes it so that there's no incentive to buy the next character, because you might as well wait until there's the best of the best and then go for that. But if each character is constantly getting better and better and better, then it kind of makes you hesitant on you want to wait for that best. And I think that's what they're doing now, is making it so it's a lot more uniform, where like the best is only best by 2 metrics. So have fun, buy what you're the most interested in, and don't be hesitant. With the probably exception of like there being some gold standard, maybe like Cobalt B and stuff like that, which are still like just the baseline bedrock of being really, really good. But yeah, but maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. I don't know. To me, I always just get a little like, how do you know specifically? Because I feel like there's a lot of variables, especially in the time frame in which I thought it was being played mainly, which was in 2020 onward, which has been like, was rampant with COVID and all these weird things. So I thought that may have play an intrinsic part in it as well. But yeah. Whether she's actually be a future-proof character, I have no clue, but she's definitely off to the global than she would. Yeah, no, I think it doesn't seem like a bad choice. She seems like she's great as a DPS, and she also has the resonance, and she also has just the innate ability to put a snow globe that will amplify ice. So it's just like, I think it's Pretty good. Right now she is a character that resonates. Ice because standard SS our character is no such passive. Bolty says Tsubasa is the most future proof as it gets. Yeah, I heard someone say something like that. I heard like the scaling thing where like Tsubasa is pretty solid and sturdy. So at the moment, Global has Nemesis and Volt Resonance. Frigg has Ice Resonance. Because Tsubasa simply provides an attack buff at her 1-star effect and for her trait. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like it's like hard to fuck that up. If there's ever a character that like does a physical and there's no physical resonance yet, then that's just the best slot for your team type situation. But you fast as fuck, boy. You out there immediately. Also, I gotta try to chug this coffee so I can sleep tonight. It doesn't help that it's iced coffee. Though those three should work well in team. Thank you, Fluff. Thank you for the reassurance. I was worried. I genuinely, because I really haven't gotten into the weeds yet of like team building, because right now I'm kind of like, the more you look at other characters, the more you speculate how strong they are, the more you're like tempted to wish, and I want to hold out hope for my idealized team, just because I think they look awesome and their kits look like a lot of fun. With that last one, their kits looking like a lot of fun is why Lyra to me seems like just a different type of cool, because I love the mecha arms so much, but they're kind of they look a little like they're a little slow and like clunky, etc. Which when you see Lyra's combat style, it's just like a rock'em sock'em robot. It looks crazy as hell. Also, Ruby's combat looks looking badass as well. So yes, hopefully they won't be a mile away. But if they are, we'll be patient. I do hope Cobble B gets her fucking ass in the door though, because I am sitting here like, please, I need some DPS, some other DPS to give me resonance that's not just balanced. Which balance I don't think is the play. I think it's called balance. Maybe it's another phrased word, but yes. Do you do it be ice red? Oh, maybe Fluff is also responding to to the other thing, not my team, but instead Ray's, which makes sense too. Saki also adapts to being either being an attack or a tank resonance. Yeah, that's nice too. Yeah, Fluff, you mentioned this beforehand. I never really quite understood what it meant, but so a character like Lyra changes fundamentally how she is based on her resonance. So if you have a tank resonance, does her like E ability change? And if you have an attack resonance, then her E ability changes as well to being like a damage over time probe. Or is it the opposite? Like we're like, oh no, are you building attack? Okay, then we'll support you in healing because you already have a surplus of attack. I don't think it'll be like that. I think it'll probably be like, oh, you want to go attack? I'll fucking supersede that. You'd be doing a lot of damage. You're gonna die in 2 hits. But I heard Saki got heals too. Is that right? I don't know off the top of my head. It's definitely Fluff's territory. Fluff's got a better map of the characters and the values that they have. Red says balance is the best for solo. Oh really? I thought attack would be, because as long as you just don't get your head smashed, I feel like you could nuke things quite quickly. I thought, but maybe I got the best thing then. Huh. Fluff says, wait, yes, she converts the damage absorbed into health regen. Oh, damn, nice. That's like a good tank ability. Lone Sickens says, balance is the only decent if you do an open world content and not much. I gotcha. So maybe a solo play a little bit. That makes sense, open world play, yeah. Fluff says, but I figured it'll be similar to how Merle can heal when shattering shields. She can? Oh, that makes sense. Probably, yeah, because yeah, there's times when I'm just like, oh, I got health again. I don't know how I did that. Makes sense. Huh. It won't it won't be a super high heal unless you have support. Yeah, I was about to say, man, resonance seems like it hugely defines your role, especially when you're like, especially a healer. Like, I feel like healers is like the slowest regen process, not enough to save you, but if you're able to get the ball rolling with resonance, then you're like, no, that's when you start seeing like the actual MMO healing that you're probably used to, you know? Lyra is either attack or support resonance. Lyra's attack resonance is a leap attack. Oh, I see, okay. And her support resonance is a pillar with a bouncing cube. So I need to have 2 healers to get the goddamn pillars? Ugh. That's unfortunate. Oh, I guess I have my staff healed up, so yeah. I see. Saki's an attack or a tank, and Lyra is an attack or a support. Gotcha. So healer versus resistance. Fluff says, depending on the weapon resonance used for those specific characters, they change their skills. Gotcha. Yeah. So that's the like a healer resonance. I don't know if I like that, man. I guess it's neat. And honestly, your abilities. It just seems like the pillar one is so much better than the leap. You know what I mean? The leap, like, okay. Ooh, you can jump. God damn it. There's also abilities and artifacts and shit that do that. God damn it. God damn it. You only get 10 attack when attack resonance while soloing. I gladly sacrifice the 5% for that for all of the other buffs from balance while so. That's true. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I haven't really looked into all of them, memorized all of them yet. Fluff says Merrick has a passive for solo and group play. That's how they build that character though. Fluff, I do not. Well, I think you like Merrick for a lot of reasons, but I feel like with them adjusting everything to kind of fix the problems supposedly that was introduced by having a power creep essentially. Merrick had a whole tier for him. Like I remember seeing old tier lists where people were like, so Merrick is an entirely different tier of character. SSSS, some bullshit. I was like, oh, okay, this is a bad bitch character. But yeah, I didn't really get it put together. I think in the future, like with all the adjustments to make everything seemingly more balanced, Merrick probably going to get adjusted back down. I do hope because that's the thing. I don't think the lesson is not to have characters that are kind of like supremely good at what they do. I think it's probably better to not have characters be too supremely good at what they do. I think it's also good to have, like, again, just like Genshin, the Genshin formula, having like a Ganyu is pretty good motivation for you to be like, well, shit, that character is still relevant to this day, and that she came out a while ago, so you never know. You never know when that character that's coming down the pipeline could just be cracked out of your mind. So then it gives people the opposite effect of like, okay, well, maybe this character is that character, and maybe I should invest in that character because it's gonna pay me back in the future. You know what I mean? And it seems like they're more clever about the way they're adjusting things, especially seeing Frigg. Because I think she's still great. Again, she like had a sizable. I think I've seen a video somewhere where someone was saying like it's like what is it, like a 40% debuff in some way of damage, something. Is that 4 multi? Have we maxed out our event progress? Oh, I just smashed that coffee and my brains be cooking. Oh. It's like too much throttle. Depending on the weapon resonance. All right. Red says 10% damage is what you get with solo instead of the 15. Gotcha. That sounds actually quite good. Maybe it's not that big of a difference. Fluff says, I believe Lyra's support ability works if you have balance or tank. Damn it, though. If I want to use Ruby and Cobalt B, though, then I'll have attack resonance. God damn it. The complexity of this bullshit. I need another support. Well, I got some support weapons. I got I guess. I got the Claymore and what you guys are about to see in the video that's coming out tomorrow, which is answering the question, how do you become stronger in Tower Fantasy? Definitely like a beginner video for people who are lost, which is what I was, in the whole systems and what you should invest in first, all that stuff. That's coming out tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get the thumbnail edited. But something happened in that video towards the 80% mark. So for my boys that are busy, skip to the 80% mark of that video. It's a little bit of a long one, 20 minutes. And check out the absolute pain that took place. But needless to say, there's a weapon that might be now forcibly in our future, but now if I'm saying like this is how Lyra works, maybe it's actually not all that bad that I leveled up the raw. Well, we don't have to get into it. Anyways, but if you go attack resonance, Lyra will change to the leap attack. Gotcha. It seems Lyra's pillars are default, whilst Saki's default is the attack resonance stance. Wait, do I always get my pillars, but they just have a certain function? Is that right? Or no? I'm probably misunderstanding it. Oh, I see. Oh, I know. I see. So like, so if I use balance or tank, that's what you mean by default. Is like that will be the kind of average, but then when you do invest in a resonance, that's when it'll kick off. Gotcha. So I don't even care about Marek's passive or passive get rebalanced or nerf. He's another tank character, and I want something other than that or Merle alongside human. Really, Merle is awesome. Fucking love Merle. Merle's clean. Lo Seneca says, I need to get on grinding that event. Yeah, man, you gotta. Well, actually, it's honestly not that. It's like it's one of the events where, like, if you did out of all the events, is saved to the last minute. This is not a bad event to do that. I wish they would give us just to be sure. They haven't given us access to the last yield of the store, right? We still need to progress enough in days just to get access to the last event, which is like a dueling system, which could be fun for a stream or two. Seeing how if my that's such a good video. Oh, we're doing that. We're gonna have a stream where I'm gonna verse my not whales, but monetarily incentived people who have invested some money into the game against my free-to-play ass and see if I can survive. That'll be a fun video. I'll edit it and upload it. That'll be a good one. I need to kind of come up with a different type of bucket for videos, which is just goofy, fun stream highlights, essentially. But thumbnailed and edited in such a way that makes it feel not too redundant for people who are also supporting our streams to watch it again, you know what I mean? Come join us, Lo! Yeah. Yeah, we can do this for the rest of the thing. I don't have much to do besides this. Ray says will global be different different collabs? I hope it's an anime. Well, that's the thing, man. People are really wanting Merrick to come back because Merrick is such a interesting character. There's not a lot of dudes who look like badass in the game. We got a lot of like femboy type situation, which is fine. They have their place, but people also want to play a beefy boy. Okay. And Merrick is one of those things. Also, Merrick just looks like cool. Like he has got like a combat knife and a pistol and shit. Just has a cool combat style. So people are like, I'm down for some other collabs, but can we still get Merrick? And also, it'd be fucking crazy for them to not put Merrick in there. You come up with like the moveset, the design, and then you're just like, nah. If my only thing that I could see with Merrick is that they would hold off doing like uploading it until they get stuff going, as kind of like a, you know, like, oh, this is this character that people love and value immensely. Let's wait to use him so that, you know, in the future we can basically capitalize on that momentum that he gets. So that could be a thing. But I could totally see them in the future, especially hearing about how it didn't do as well. And honestly, man, this is probably one of my more like my favorite things that could be good for us as like a Western audience. Is a lot of times these kinds of games, specifically anime games, are massively scaled towards the East kind of thing. So if we could get a game that was scaled for what we like in the West, maybe it's like the animes that we most watch over here and things like that, and stuff like that. If it could gain momentum here, and we were the target audience to kind of be happy or make happy and appease, that would be pretty cool. At least I would hope it would be cool. Fluff says there's been leaks and translations that indicate Merrick and Bika matrices are possibly coming, so we're probably getting them. It would be shocking to me if they were like, let's not use the assets that we spent a lot of time making, you know? Also, I feel like it'd just be a good deal for like the anime people. Be like, hey, do you want to give us some more money to like run your ad essentially again? And yeah, although I think even then I'd probably be like, no, we've edited the moveset. Come on. Will Guilty Gear get a collab? To me, that would make sense. Persona, things like that. I feel like this game has already made such a huge standard in terms of like, again, my character that I'm most excited for, Lyra, literally summons forth like one of your intrinsic abilities, which is this thing. this giant mech arm. She just has this permanently, and this is like vastly different than like your giant claymore sword. So I could not see it being so out of the way of having a Persona adjacent character that is like what do you call it? Is like it's like summoning forth the weird like void being creature to attack with. You know, I think that could make sense too. But yeah, Guilty Gear probably as well. Also, collaborations are very good for games that are succeeding so that you can play that game and feel empowered. But I do think they need to... I think a lot of companies fail at like doing collaboration things because they don't have the same audience. It's the same thing as YouTube content. Like if you don't share the same audience that is like has crossover play, then and if they do have crossover play, you could take the people who are taking a break from your game or Tower Fantasy and get them back in. But I think some people are like, let's get to a whole new market. And I'm like, but those people don't even play Tower Fantasy or never have or never would. So you don't want to collaborate with like Fortnite collaborates with like X-Men or what, like weird things. I'm like, is this your target demographic for your goofy fun game? I guess with Fortnite being so big, it kind of is. But yes. Also, I need buy for my vault team. Ooh. Yeah, man. What's that one character that's like the one that I think is like the second best? It seems like of all the characters that come, she like is like the gives off the school vice president or president of the school, whatever, like Japanese schoolgirl type thing, where she has like a giant fucking pole arm. I think it's green. She's like a witch. She's like a magic person. She has like a huge AOE like. I don't know. It reminds me of like Japanese curses, I guess. I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about, but that person I hear is going to be nuts. Also, look how much death than you. Oh, I'm so excited to get my goddamn thing. I don't think it's available yet, right? The second half of my chicken. I want my chicken. I've been saving my weapon parts for my chicken, and they're not giving me my chicken yet. I want to ride around on a bird, aka. There's a joke that I'm going to do, and you already know what it is. But. So, has anyone done the event? And phase 2 is not unlocked, right? I have not done the like driving challenge, so I'm worried that it's going to be like, you have to do them before you can get the thing. And I don't want it. I don't want to do it. Tower Fantasy is a Chinese dev. I don't think they're going to have non-Chinese collaboration events when the game isn't on console. Yeah, that's true. That's I think the next big step. But I also think that you can be, like, there's also other developers that know that their game is successful in other countries and still probably optimize for those countries still. You know, even if they were in the US, for instance, but they had massive push in China or whatever, then I think they would accommodate them as well. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's not going to change. Lone Singh says, me against GRINN. My frig will dodge forever doing multi-slashes. We'll see. You just wait. my CS having 15 ass is gonna do work to you, man. You don't even know. Although there's a balancing act in there, but I do know that Frigg is just by virtue of her like dodging and becoming invisible. Insane. Not tonight, Bolty. I gotta catch next time. Gotcha. Blueberries. No, we're not doing sparring now. Is sparring available? Wait. Is it what? The event isn't right. You can just spar in the game. Period. I did not know that. Recommended. I'll wait. I'll eat my food once. Sure. I always forget to do this. I don't think I'm logging in again today. So fuck it. Yes. I don't think there's any more co-op thing for us to do. Wilty. I hate Wormhole. I've let it burn out for 2 weeks because I don't really like it. Or when I did it, I got my ass kicked, which is probably the main denominator thing there. But also, it gives you such a good amount of this, and I know that's why some of you guys are juiced, is because you're able to literally buy legendary armor. Ugh. America is only a beefy man because that's what he looks like in the game thing. The bunch of body types or custom characters have, yes, where are skinny, short, medium, and tall. And Merrick and Baya seem to be the two characters. Who is the Baya? I don't know who the other person is, Fluff. I've seen Merrick, but I don't know who Bayek is. Is Bayeki a woman or another dude? Marek is only is good for physical team? I don't know. I was actually surprised to hear that he's a tank. I thought he would be like a DPS because I heard all that. Although he does like summon in a mecha suit, so I guess it makes sense. He's a tanky boy, but I think he's also a tank that can maybe shatter, and maybe that's why he's so good. Because I think he has a ranged attack too. At least when he's in his a giant like Iron Man suit, mecha suit. But he says, "What should we do?" I don't know, Bolty. This is kind of the like, yeah, this is like where the game's like, hey, go do something else. Go do like go explore something. What we could do, Bolty, is we could do some pulls. Not like limited banner pulls, because you know we ain't about that here. We ain't about. Let's. These are my daily things. Oh, so good. Oh. I can get a random SSR relic, not the worst. We have 12 wishes, boys. Let's pull. It's been a forever minute since we've done this. Let's start with our black gold. Merrick seems to be the Tower Fantasy equivalent to Zhongli. Oh, really? So what is it about him that he's so good? I thought, like, when I seen his gameplay, it just looked super cool, but I didn't know if it was, yeah. Like, I've seen gameplay of him in an Iron Man suit just, like, lobbing missile barrages at people, which I'm thinking, whew, there's not many characters that have that, like a roaming thing, it seems like, you know? But maybe that mech suit, does he persist with that mech suit, or does he give, like, an innate damage buff with that mech suit? Or am I thinking of it like an entirely wrong character? He's a solo play for what? All right, save me the effort of replying and to check in the link. I don't know. CN players said A3 is a must. Has all of the info you want regarding CN version of global version of Simulcast. His 3 started that. Is the Omni Shield break reference. Yeah. Fluff. You'll find out real quick, Ray, that Fluff is just an encyclopedia of information. Although everyone is like, oh, it could be a little much, but yes. Baiki is a female character. Volt with sword. Okay. I want to open this. See, I want to look at America's like as well. Let's see. Paste. Where are you, Merrick? Can't find you. There you are. So he is a physical. Okay, he has not a great shatter. It's a good charge. Oh my god, his ability just looks cool. He's in a giant looking like Iron Man suit. Not really Iron Man, more whatever this the steel version of it is. Fully charge your weapon will inflict the equal. Okay, so there's a charging system to his weapon. Okay. Physical damage, Omni Shield. Can I see gameplay of his? No, not really. Well, interesting. Guardian. When you retry the switch well, full shot takes 40% damage, low HP to your allies. Okay. Mecha form gain 50 physical resistance. But can you just rock the mecha thing forever? Solo play. Oh, you get the. I can see that's what happens. Oh, these are group play, solo play. I see. So you get physical resistance. Got it. Makes sense. So that's what we're talking about. Omni Shield mecha basic attack, double smash, impact slash. Give 1 point of energy, of mecha energy at 20 points. Converts 20 of the HP into Omni Shield. Cannot exceed that much of that. The shield lasts for 15 seconds. It cannot be gained if you are below 10. So can you still like rock the shield, but not the like ranged mecha blast? Or is that what he does? I need to see gameplay. I need to see gameplay. But it kind of makes sense. Like you say, you put on a shield, an Omni Shield, which makes him kind of like Zhongli. Makes sense. Also, taking L after L here. What's good, Super? Super said, hey, Super, how you been? We're just winding. I was kind of winding. Just kind of winding around. Let's see, we're winding down. But we still got some time. We might do some wormhole. See if I can make a dent in it. I don't want to do it. We'll probably just explore, get wishes. Something like that. Bodhi says, wanna grind support point? Hell yeah, Bodhi, that's a better idea. Let's do that instead. Let me quickly do this temple, and we'll be done. This is actually not just dark crystal energy, which is terrible. Let's do 1 pull of the good things. Words. You've been good? That's good to hear, Super. What currently are you focused on? Are you mainlining Tower Fantasy, or are we focusing on a different game? Are you grinding Genshin? Not Genshin, Saints Row maybe? Oh shit! Oh shit! We just got a fucking thing, boys! We just got an SSR! That's huge. We actually, I don't think we were that deep. We had no pity. We had no pity, I don't think. I think we just got it. Knowing me, I would have stopped before we got it, probably. What will it be? I'm just letting it play out. Hands free. Bow. Spat everywhere, goddamn. Come on. Spear. What'd it be? Okay. Alright. I've heard things. Some positive. Most negative about Crow. Oh, I have a simulacrum I can rock. That's a dude, boy. At least there's that. Silver lining. Also, he looks clean as fuck. I will say that he looks pretty cool as a character. But we got Crow. Thunderblade. Does that fit? Is there any point to doing? I mean, electricity maybe. I do have a lot of electricity amp on my things. I don't think Crow gives you anything special though, right? Crow does not have good shatter nor charge. Well, fucking great. Awesome. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of fighting over Samir's base damage, but maybe a single target. I don't know. Bodhi says, meh. Asshole. Well, considering it was like an addition, because I don't think I had that much pity built up. Not bad. It could have been worse. His mech is called Heavy Stereo. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Are we doing Fortress Collect? Oh, thank you for doing that. Super says, let it die. I just beat level. Oh, goddamn, nice. Nice. Yeah, getting after it, man. Yeah. You still got Tengeku to go. Whoo. I got Force him probably. Whoo. Still no SSR from Black Nuclear. Not one. Not one. Not even a couple. I got maybe two purples. Two purples. Pain. Pain. Granted, I've like not picked clean the environments at all. So there's that as well. I'm gonna activate it and we'll run it. Boldy says, nice, 0. I would be cool if it was 0, man. I'd be so happy. Oh, I forgot. I'd be able to have the coolest looking dude character if I just had 0. God damn it, Bonty. Why do you hurt me like this? And then we hit auto. And we're grinding. And we're grinding. Red says, I've gotten many SSRs from Black Nucleus. Cool. I mean, I beat pity on that one, so that's fun. There's a positive here. Fluff says, Crow is so nice for solo play with trait or co-op ones. Wait, I have Crow. Okay. Crow is so nice for solo play with traits or co-op. Okay. I could look at his traits. Sweet. Oh, so it does look very cool. He is a short king, though, for yeah. Oh, my God. I did not realize how tiny Crow was. Holy shit. It kind of makes sense, the anime kid thing, whatever, teenager. Crow is nice for solo. Oh, he triggers attack resonance. Yeah, I was about to say, if I wanted to go some attack resonance, I could do that. I don't know. I think people were saying that if you are going to level up weapons, you probably should manage like your elements, because eventually you're going to get to like a wormhole or something like that that's going to like, oh, you're going to do no damage with electro. You're like, well, I only have electro DPS, kill me. Shit, but we just got 2 and I don't have nemesis. So although you need a shatter, so it wouldn't have worked really anyway. Yeah, to have like everything line up, start like, that's to me why like this game's future proofing for like the value of characters, if they are able to keep the power creep at bay, makes so much sense. For like you being like, oh, I need an electro person, or in my instance, I would need a fire person that also can do shatter, that also isn't awful, and I am somewhat interested in. So there's like so many versions of that could exist, that also provide you the same resonance. Like I need them to be in the tank role, but I need them to also give enough shatter and that I could see them mix mashing like for full optimal ability. Could be all kinds of things. Crow is the most dupe hungry out of the bunch. Sweet. I mean, I'm just happy I get a character look, because I was about to say, fuck it, I'm gonna have to like design my character in such a way, but this way, it's not a great alternative. Yeah, man, it's so stupid. The fact that you can't change your gender and shit in this game and genuinely like download another profile identity or whatever, it's stupid when you can literally equip Crow. Like I could equip a dude. Like it's clear like you're able to do it. So it's just, and I'm worried because I don't. Again, I said it beforehand, but I because CN hasn't been like they've added this. I don't even know if they'll ever do it, which is like, god damn it, please. Red says Crow plus jet blast plus attack. I see. Is that how you people skip across the map? I've seen shit like that a little bit. I've heard about it, I should say. I've heard people say like there's movement glitch things, and I'm like, oh cool. And I haven't looked into it, but it took me like 3 streams to figure out how to do the jump cancel thing, and it was only because of you guys. Crow is essentially an assassin rogue. Once you get the stars on him, he'll be great in team play as long as you can focus on the back of the target. Yeah, back of the target seemed like what he was. Seemed like he attacked in like flurries, and people said that he did good for airborne combat, which maybe in that case he's okay with Samir, although I think he would still plummet. I still think you need to, in order to attack airborne attacks, you still need to do, yeah, the weird like in-air shit. Or like, sorry, she still burns stamina, so it's not as crazy. Yeah, that was a gold pull. Yeah, that was a gold pull, Red. I think I had maybe 30 pity at most. Maybe even less, probably. I don't know, I didn't look, but yeah. I was not expecting, clearly, to get a thing. I'm conditioned to, like, when you get to 80, that's when, like, pity starts happening, but there's no pity in this game. Well, there is pity, sorry, but it's not like the soft pity, which is like, oh, I can start to get my hopes up as we start dipping into 770. And I only have 3 Hume from the SSR selector box and 3 weapon stores. I mean, yeah. I guess I need to definitely start grinding. I need to do the story. I need to do all these other things that will eventually get me enough crystals just to get black gold enough again. Because I only had enough to buy 1, and I can't wait to show you guys what we ended up leveling up. But yeah, the only currency available character I want to choose her specifically at a time. Well, I thought I'd seen somewhere that like there might be another. I don't know if another SSR selector somewhere. I thought I'd seen it somewhere. It was like a one. I have a distant memory in my head of like, is this gonna exist? I was like, can we grab that? Me, thank you. I still miss Samir, Shiro, and Zero. We don't have Zero either. Luckily, well, I think Zero looks way better than what's his name? The one we got just now. What's his name? Oh, I can't think of his name. The one that we just got. The guy who we were playing with. I think Zero. Is it Zero? Yeah, Zero, the one who has like the cube, is just iconic. Honestly, if I could just get if I could take a weapon skin and put it on whatever, and I don't care if it looks glitchy, I would rock that, because you just look like you're just surrounded with like a bunch of meteors and shit. Wild. Lone Zigga says, I don't have Zero King or Shiro. You don't have Shiro? Lone Zigga, I thought you had Shiro. Interesting. I had a save file when the other save file that I got 2 dupes for had Shiro, and I think what's her name? Maybe the Bow Girl, actually, which now knowing the meta, not a bad team. I just had no interest in either of them. Granted, that one did have a dude character, so choices were made. Limited SSRs notwithstanding, I haven't pulled for the. I got you. I see. Flus's Crow, 1 ability attack target from behind. Yeah, crit things. Backstab increased by. Ooh, yeah. So his first his first attack is massively incentivizes backstab and critical scaling from that. Jeez. Increases damage by 30 from the target if it's less than 60 HP. Woo. And of course, 5-star target back attack gains. Yeah. So you're just basically just like, no. If you can manage to hit their back, you will annihilate them. But if you can't, Fluff says the 5-star after using the skill increases vault damage dealt to the target by 20%. Oh shit! Oh, that's the 6-star. I thought 5-star was the max, right? 6-star is the max. Okay, it's actually not bad for just vault teams. After using the skill though, yeah, man, that's my only complaint about the game a little bit is I don't like how it seems like a lot of the abilities have a long cooldown. Like, that's something I think Genshin got pretty right, is that it felt good to swap to things because you could just manage that mid-maxy stuff in the back of your head and feel like you were doing good, essentially. But in this game, I feel like every time I switch to weapon, I'm like, it's still on cooldown. Okay, I'll go over here. And they kind of get around that by having, like, charges and stuff, which is kind of cool, but also I kind of, like, you could have it all if you just had lower cooldowns, and maybe there's like certain matrices that help shave off tons of cooldown if you're able to like get more hit combos. So for weapons that are like have a great E ability or charge, that'd be another option instead of like, I think there's weapons that increase your charge damage, but that's it, not like the ability for your abilities to be active. I guess no, it's different. Charge is not the same as your skill, I guess. So never mind. But yeah, boy's on a roll. The 2 and 4 stars are attack buffs. Yeah. Actually, wait. 2 stars is 16 grow increase. Oh, it's because it's CN versus global adjustments and all that. Red says no. It's his air spin attack, which is fantastic for large enemies. Okay. But it does it not chew up stamina? The like zeros or not zeros, crows like airborne attacks and whatnot. We're doing this one. This is yeah, it's the same kind of one. Yeah, it was also fast. You probably won't want to equip like your like a gear that's basically just DPS weapons, but outside of the gauntlet arms, it seems like they don't auto default use that. But if you had like the tornadoes, which I heard the tornadoes are actually pretty good too. Although it says I don't already have 0. I kind of swore you had Shiro, man. I must have misunderstood something along the way. Fluff says, I'd rather have 0 due to his HP shield. It suits my tank build better than Coco. Since she's forced as the healer, but without support resonance, I pretty much hand. You a wet band. Yeah, don't do that damage. I get it. Yeah, man. I the one time we were playing healer, I think healer is good if there's something else to do. I think that's where, like, to me, healer really started to fall apart big time. At least the feeling of playing the healer was, again, like, I feel like I don't like when I feel like I stop having to do something. Like, I think when we were doing that thing, fighting that boss that one time, and I was playing the kind of like healer resonance, whatever. I didn't like that I didn't have my action ability up, which gave me that healing effect. It made me feel pretty useless for like the 30 seconds that it wasn't there. And that doesn't feel good, you know? So I think that would be something that'd be cool if they adjust. Maybe there's certain matrices again that like help you just by when you get a 4th attack hit, you start healing for a percentage and then it goes away. So there's something that you feel like, okay, if I just keep attacking, keep these on cooldown and use my charges when I have them, I can start doing well, you know? But yeah, that's why I think Lyra will be so good, because it seems like you can put down pillars that genuinely heal you. And I don't know if those, I'm not sure if anyone's seen any gameplay. This will be super in the weeds if you have. Well done if you know the answer to this. But does Lyra's pillars get broken? Because if they do, then that's pretty nuts. That's not good. But if they don't, which I would hope that they wouldn't, then that would be a thing, like just a really good, consistent, sustained thing. Also, you wouldn't have to necessarily pilot. You could just stop playing. I guess you could use that as like your soft heal, and then you could go back and use another heavy healer and go through that way. Fluff says, and if I got 0, I try to get him at least 1 star so I can heal myself a bit. But that shield would be sufficient. Yeah, I was about to say that. I didn't even think about that. I heard something about that too. That to me sounds perfect. Like in an ideal world, you'd have Zero, which has like a nice tanking ability, but also just enough healing, because you do not, especially if you're doing solo play, you do not need an abundance of healing. You just need a little bit to kind of like keep your health bar moving on the up end when you're running place to place. And if I do get Zero, I try to get him and it just makes more sense to have a tank resonance playstyle. I block damage, not healing. Yeah, but that was always the one thing that to me, like, there's two arguments from the other perceptions of tank. One of them is oh, I'll just do more damage instead of building tank so that I can kill the thing faster than it can kill me, essentially. And then the other argument for the healer is like, well, wait, why block damage or resist damage when eventually you're going to crumble and need healing? And I think most games don't get that equation right. I think most of the times, unfortunately, it isn't done particularly well. And MMOs have a better track record of actually making, you're so tanky that you can just soak up damage, and your healer will have to heal you every, 15 minutes. So like in a raid, you're just a tank and a monster. But in the other applications of your effect, that's where I feel like some games don't really optimize. I think it's kind of like the meme of Shield Hero to some extent as well. Is there's more of a reason for why people don't play shielders in games or tanks, and it's not necessarily because they're like, that's not a fun playstyle. It's because it seems very well thought out and extremely useful in a specific scenario. Whereas DPSs, it seems like they always have momentum throughout the course of their lifetime. You know what I mean? They may not be as needed because everyone plays them, but there's not this clear drop off. Which in Shield Hero, he has a fucking ton of useful abilities, which are scale really well and are creative. And it's like games haven't gotten to that point where we can, hey, the shield turns into a rope dart thing and gives you insane mobile traversal and shit. Hey, you can literally plant a shield. This is more in the game. You can plant a shield and get cooking. But yeah. You can use your shield as a platform to jump on and then come crashing down. You can literally start devouring yourself and your own resistance for a shit ton of damage. These kind of exist, but they're never scaled enough to me at least to be like, fucking let's go! We're doing big boy damage now. It's always like, well, I'm now doing 2% or 20% more damage than I was dealing. The DPS is still ripping me apart in terms of everything else, so pain, but yeah. Oh, it does still take stamina, Red, for Zero's attack? Or not Zero's, yeah, Crow's attack, I mean. No, I just misread it. Crow. Oh, I got you. Okay. For Crow's C2, was it? Yeah. Fluff says, another reason I don't like Merle, she doesn't lunge towards targets, so normal attacks often have you whiff. Yeah, no, I agree. Merle's, I guess, also a Claymore, though. I don't know many Claymores that are like, yeah. It's always like, oh, fuck, I missed. God damn it. Same thing in Elden Ring or all these games. It's like, they're like, you do huge damage when you can attack something. And everything's just like, what if I just move to the side and you've missed and I'm absolutely okay. Also a lot of I always love the big sword meta in so many games where it's literally just pick up weapon and just kind of throw it over your shoulder, because you can't, that's enough. The weapon's weight enough is what you're mainly using to scale off of, which is just too funny. But he said having a Zero is absolute must in order to farm mounts. Yeah, I was hearing people say that it's a good auto farm thing. Although, yeah, no, I see. I don't know. To me, that's the weird thing where I see some people going buck wild, but a part of me is I'm listening, but a part of me, how do I say it in a proper way? Why are we going after this so quickly right now? Maybe it's just because I'm used to you're doing a little bit over time, just bop, bop, bop. But maybe, and again, I think it's the nature of MMO people. I know my brother's like this, but he massively, the attraction to an MMO is getting as much as you can, leveling as much as you can, devoting so much time to grinding, to where I'm just as long as everyone's like understood enough to where like it's probably good to slow down a little bit and like to save some stuff like the mount farming and stuff like that. I'm like, can't wait to do it in a month. In a month. Now I'm also the person who's at CS 15, so 15k. So yeah, I know, but yeah, I haven't done the story. I haven't done my ruins, so I think we'll hopefully get some. I hope I can reach 20 with that. Hopefully. Granted, I still we'll see. I do feel like I've only been getting like 1,000 per tick, and and that's when like making pretty huge level up upgrades. So yes. Some games have terrible aggro management systems. So yeah, it's also another thing. Yeah, for tanks, it's like you're like, no, what about me? Yeah. Fluff says plus most of the tank classes have at least one weapon style. Yeah. Again, I think like tank makes sense, but it's never scaled in such a way that makes it circumnavigate like the intrinsic value of just playing DPS, where it seems like it's consistently performs at the level in which you can feel like you can manage things. Whereas I feel like there's a lot of times you'll get to a point as a tank and just be like, well, if I don't have someone who can help melt the boss and like feed me XP as well, then like it's sticky. It feels less smooth. Lone Singer says, imagine if the shield class was as awesome as shield, or even cooler than there's an anime called I put all of my points into max my defense, is what it's called, something like that. And it's even cooler, like where the tank becomes God and like has like mecha forms, because yeah, steel padding armor gets extreme. She has like an angel form where as long as she is like alive, everyone doesn't die, even if they'll stop at 1 health. Like if those perks existed within games, you're like, oh fuck, okay. But again, still team play. But still, I think that's the one thing that they need to account for is not team play. I think I remember, I think it was Dragon Age, one of the Dragon Age games. They had a clever format of like how to procedurally do damage essentially, where they basically you would basically just soak in damage and then you would build up armor. So you actually didn't lose health, you actually gained armor, and then you could expend it by like just being an animal, and just like enemies were hitting you, but because you had this built up armor from blocking, you could just chew through them. So you kind of equaled out to like when the DPS is dodging and bouncing around, you could just say fuck you and just start hacking through them eventually. I still think there was some balancing issues there, but eventually it becomes better. But yeah. All right, Bolty, let's queue up another one. I gotta go exercise. Last time I had to exercise, I went to sleep at I ended my day around like 12 p.m. in terms of I exercised, ate, showered, and then I went back, and then I went to my room, and then it was like 12, and I was like, ooh, we need to end our streams when we're supposed to end them. Not every day, but some days. Bolty look carrot looking clean. Let me see how cool Crow looks before we start to wind down. Where are you, Crow? Kind of has some fuckboy energy, but at the end of the day, we're gonna rock it. Please tell me that this is the trait that's activated still. I hope. Okay, that's how that works. You literally just click and then hit go. I thought this was, yeah. Also, when you max out a character's like love for you, whenever you click them, I think she has a perma voice line that's like, I know you'd pick me. Which it's weird, seeing Fischl be so full of herself, but maybe it shouldn't be. Actually, that checks out. But yeah. Oh, you also have Crow. Cool. I'm just happy to run around with my dude. Also, it looks kind of fucking rad. It's kind of cool, honestly. At least let me run around with my basic ass bitch character. Fluff says FXIV was a gunbreaker which used gun blades, exploded ammunition, and a tech-based defense system. Ooh. And Tower Fantasy has Hume and I definitely think Tower Fantasy seems like it's a better idea and application of it, because there's an intrinsic need. Like when I take off, like I'm very not wanting to take off Merle's weapon, because it feels so bad when you have to break through a shield, and it's like, to me, that's brilliant on their part of like, what's a way that we can intrinsically make it so that everyone kind of needs to level up a tank, which almost always seems to be connected to also a shatter weapon. I guess not always, but it seems like they're kind of synonymous. So that if you're like, if you're building a tank weapon, then that has an intrinsic ability to value your DPSs. Because a lot of times, a DPS, as long as they're dodging and can deal enough damage, then they can just cut through, kill people fast enough to be fine, and just kind of use healers to kind of repair them when they get a little hit. But because tanks serve two purposes of not just, they basically like damage amps in a different way of just decreasing an enemy's armor so that you can cut through them even faster. So that, to me, is a clever system. Any and Hugh may both lunge forward with their normal attacks, but Merle just kind of stands there. Yeah. Honestly, I just use Merle to switch to her alt and just... Monster Hunter handles great swords in a way that would make sense with such massive weapons. Yeah. Or like you're like jumping around it and kind of using it as like letting it hit the ground and then positioning and then swinging it from your hip almost. Yeah. So it feels bad in PvE. Yeah. Fluff says it's slow as hell, but it hits hard as hell. Yeah, as an arsenal. Yeah. Bodhi says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to but what do you mean? What do you mean, Bodhi? Didn't mean to bug who? Didn't mean to bug who? What? What, Bodhi? I had a great time with you. Alonso says, don't worry, Grin. The day is drawing near where you will have immense power. I don't know, man. So this is the thing. I talked about this kind of in the middle of the beginning of the stream when some people didn't pop in just yet. One of the things I did some recon research today, and I went outside of YouTube, which was helpful. I went to the Tower Fantasy Reddit and wholesome bunch. But the one thing that I seen was basically that I seen a lot of people who basically were annoyed and frustrated, like an aspect of the community that was frustrated with a lot of the content creators. And it's funny because in Genshin it was like whales versus free to plays, and in this game it's a little more different because there's so many options to get wishes and things. It's CS basically. It's like power rating in that way. So it's people who are frustrated, so many people having so much high CS and basically being out of touch with how a good chunk of the population feels, which is like, and it's funny because I even see like low content creators, high content creators are trying to break into Tower Fantasy, where those people even seem like they wail. And that's like, I don't know how you're wailing. Hopefully you have a job that's killing it. But yeah, but even they feel like they're doing that. And I could see a huge, because I kind of feel that way. I kind of like, I shouldn't, I'm kind of holding off my abrasion for this because I haven't done so many things in the game. So I'm kind of like, I'm okay with being weak right now. But I could tell someone else who's kind of like, man, I just breached 200 like a CS, and that took a lot of my shit, and I feel like I'm completely stalled out because I used a lot of my resources. That's going to take a couple weeks to get back. So there's clearly like people who are not being heard in that way. So I kind of don't mind that I'm kind of like not too powerful, not too quick, because it can kind of make me map out how I can convince people or tell people how they can then achieve that, and also be in that for a little bit, because I do feel like that's something that's innate in content creation. As you succeed, people watch your stuff, then you invest it back into the game so that you can showcase characters. But I think people invest a little too much. I think people getting C3 characters a little too much. I think that makes you super disconnected from what is available to the mass public, and then you can help them basically supersede their investment or succession. So to kind of help have that lens, that lens of engagement of like, okay, well, maybe we should hold back. Maybe we should make sure people are, I understand where people are coming from who have low CS. And if I know how to climb up the ladder, then I can explain that perfectly to other people who can't just kind of be like, oh, I just got a 4-star dupe of a character of like a great DPS artifact. Do that. And you're like, but there's RNG in the game, and RNG could be fucking annihilating people. Now, granted, it's a symptom of time. Usually, is the sense. That's what I seen in the other Reddit comments was eventually you'll just get enough black gold to where you'll eventually get there. Patience, all that stuff. But it doesn't change the fact that those people feel unheard and not represented, I guess. So it was interesting, a little bit of the data that I found. But yeah. So I kind of don't mind, but I do appreciate the sentiment. I do feel bad when I'm playing games and I'm waiting for someone to bite my head off and say, like, why the fuck didn't you do more damage? Don't go 2 tiers below this. And I'm like, but I'm trying to climb up the ladder. That's why I'm here. So yeah. And back in the day in the City of Heroes, whilst I needed to be a scrapper, melee dual DPS main, when I returned to it with a private server, I mostly enjoyed being a tanker. Yeah. Tanker in City of Heroes is a nigh impossible to kill, but they are they're hard to do. No damage making up for it with mapping up characters. Yeah. No, playing against a tank, I think, in a game with co-op could be nuts. Like if they ever do like a team sequenced event, maybe there's going to be some sort of PvP thing like that. But if you could get like a tank and then make them really tanky, and the moment that you're like the DPS is trying to go after your healer, your tank is just like, nope, bitch, nope, bitch, nope, bitch. And you're like, damn it, I can't punch through this stupid asshole. It's auto locking to his shield all the time. That could be really, really satisfying and fun. Stop throwing shit at me, building. God damn you. This little dot in the corner. Ah, Bolty, we love you here. Alpha says a good tank is always a good crowd control enabler and rest of the team to deal. Yeah, I guess it's more mechanically you have to build that around it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is a video over on Brothers Grin. Go check that out if you want. Just go click the thing and click around if you would be so kind. But it's about the new events. Me speculating about it. Whew. And yeah, I hope that my speculations are founded. I genuinely don't know. I probably should have done more research into what other content creators who have more understanding of CS, or not CS, the non-global server people, if they have any in understanding of if we are gonna get automation essentially into the game, which I feel like would be a brilliant addition to the limitations that are offered by mobile server things, is to kind of give more value to housing by adding intrinsic levels going up and investment structure being rewarded. But yeah, check out that video if you so desire. Thank you kindly for your time. Thursday, I think we'll be playing Cult of the Lamb again. It's just kind of a nice breakup for the week, and then we'll be going back to Tower Fantasy, hanging out with that. Thank you kindly for your time. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye.